Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppets. Today, drinking some more classic Belgian beer. Today we're drinking more beer from Anker, and we're drinking none other than the Gouden Carolus Cuvée van de Keizer Imperial Blond, previously known as Imperial Red. So I'm sharing this with the fam over Easter. Belgian beer is very popular with the in-laws, so we're sharing some Belgian beer. And I thought this would be fun to revisit because last year I revisited the dark version, which used to be called Blauw. I think it's now just called Imperial Dark. And I think that's like benchmark Belgian strong dark ale. I know it has spices. I know it's got some sweetness, but it is just a world-class beverage. I loved it. I can't remember how this one is. It's been a long time since I've had it. I've had the dark one quite often over the years. Their Christmas ale, their Easter ale. That's like what I've had the most. I've had some of the other varieties like the Amber and the Hop Senior, I think, and some of these other variants a few times. And I've also reviewed some of them, but they don't jump to mind as much as the Cuvée van de Keizer Dark and also the Christmas ale and the Easter ale. The Easter ale I reviewed last year around Easter, and it was very nice. And then we did the blind tasting last Christmas, where I did a bunch of Belgian Christmas beers where the king was Gouden Carolus Christmas. That was just marvelous. Great stuff. And coming in close, I think number 2 was that Sangfuilian, I actually think. But I'm looking forward to trying this and see how the blonde version is, because I can't really remember. It's basically a Belgian strong blonde ale instead of a dark ale. And it also has sugar and spices just like the dark. So I'm guessing it's making an interpretation of the same beer just in a lighter color. Don't know when this vintage is from. I think it's reasonably fresh because it's the new design of bottles. And it's Julian dated here on the bottle, and it's got an expiration date of 2026. I don't know. I bet that these bottles have more than a year. So it could be from 24. Could be from 23. I don't know. I don't know how long they give their beer shelf life. But I'm looking forward to trying this one. So let's dive in here. Very clear, a little bit of haze to it, but otherwise clear, golden yellow color. Looks like a Belgian strong blonde. It's got a white head that was very frothy and effervescent when pouring out. And classically Belgian strong beers, both blondes and darks, are not necessarily with spices. But there's just some breweries that does it. And I know there's some classic brewers that hate the fact that spices are used, but it can be nice. I am not, against going against the norm or just breaking a little bit with tradition. As long as the end product can be nice. But there's also extremes on that end. But yeah, it looks great in the glass. Let's check out the aroma on the Cuvée van de Keizer Blond. Loads of coriander in this one. It almost smells like an Imperial Witbier crossed with like a Belgian strong blonde or something like Duvel type notes. No, it's not as crisp and light as Duvel. It smells more heavy. It smells very good, very bright, very zesty. There's also like a little bit of a licorice note. It's got a very similar nose to the dark, I think. Candied sugar, apricot. It's got more of a bright fruitiness, pears, yellow fruit. There's also like a bubblegum note to this. It smells pretty good, actually. Very bright, very sippy. And candied, too. Candied citrus peel. And also candied fruit, like candied apricot or something. It smells quite nice. It pretty much smells like a pale version of the dark Cuvée van de Keizer. It does. I can't remember. I think the last time I had this is at least like 10 years ago or something like that. So this is going to be really interesting to revisit. Let's try it. Cheers. Yeah, it pretty much is. It's also drier than the dark version, but not as dry as some Belgian pales. It's pretty good. It's definitely more spicy than your classic Belgian strong golden ale because there's so much of that coriander, almost like anise type licoricey vibes, but it's very good. A little bit of candied sugar. All those candied fruits are there for sure. It's very jammy. Also a little bit perfumey and floral. It's got some bitterness on the back too, which the dark does not have, at least in the same way. This feels like a much more bitter beer. But I definitely think I prefer the dark over the two. Like The dark is just magic. This is still very nice, but it's a very, very different beer. But if I were to drink like some of the really classic, more, you know, easy accessible Belgian strong blondes, I'd probably pick Duvel over this, just because it is so such a crisp, refreshing, and awesome beer. This is a bit more heavy, cloying, but still very nice nonetheless. No flaws or anything. Just a spicy, strong blonde beer with stewed fruitiness and phenolics. There's again like floral notes and as well, and some the spice is both like it feels like actual spices, but it also feels like a little bit of a bitter, spicy hop, peppery note on the back. It's definitely got some hop character. It's just not like super definable because there's a lot of spice. And a great silky body. Very silky, almost like slightly oily. This is really nice. This is really nice. I'm really never disappointed when I crack a beer from Anker. And they have a cult following in Denmark. Like, Danes love their beers, especially the Christmas ale. And I think also the Cuvée van de Keizer Blond or Imperial Dark. They have a very big following as well. But I think maybe for me, my favorite of all their beers could be the Christmas ale. I really love that beer. Maybe tying it with the Cuvée van de Keizer Dark. I mean, I think those are like amazing beers. And even the Cuvée van de Keizer Dark could be categorized as a Christmas beer in some extent because of the flavors are a little bit festive. But I think the big difference with the beers is that the spice combinations are different in the Christmas ale and the Cuvée van de Keizer. And also I think the ABV is slightly different maybe as far as I remember. Maybe the Christmas ale is actually stronger. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been a while since I looked them up. But this is wonderful classic Belgian beer. And it's really fun because I just had some beers that I thought would be better than this. And it's totally the other way around. That was also Belgian because they had some special seals. Some Trappist stuff. But I actually enjoy this more. And this might be a bigger brewery, but I like it more. It's also not blowing my socks off. But anyone who likes classic Belgian beers will really like this. And anyone who likes spices, that's also maybe the big player here. You need to like spice. In terms of a grade, I think we're going to go like a straight 90 or 92 in that range. Maybe a 92, actually. It's really nice. I really dig the spice character. It's oddly refreshing for a 10% beer. It's highly drinkable. There is a pronounced sweetness to it as well. I mean, it's not like cloying or anything, but it's like, I think definitely it's on the sweet side for a Belgian blonde, but it's not too bad. It's got like bitterness and spice and everything that helps offset it. It's very nice. Good stuff. So yeah, if you guys had a chance to revisit the Gouden Carolus Cuvée van de Keizer Imperial Blond, previously known as Imperial Wood, I think, let me know what you thought of it. Really fun to try this one again. Been years. So if you had it, let me know what you thought of it. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And soon we'll also be trying the whiskey infused, which is the dark Cuvée van de Keizer, but with whiskey in it. I don't know where that's going. I like barrel aging, but just straight whiskey in, I'm not sure. Let's see. It's a small bottle, so let's see. So yeah, cheers guys. Hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one.